What's going on, guys? Snag here, and it's time to preview round 23 of the 2024 NRL season. We're getting close to finals, lads. Round 23. Not long to go now. Now, this round, I'm not going to lie, isn't incredible. I hate to be a downer at the start of a video, but there are a couple good games here, but there actually should have been lots of good games, but there's a few teams out of contention that we thought were going to be in contention, i.e. Rabbitohs, that should have been a good game. Parramatta Penrith should have been a good game, and Cowboys Broncos should have been a big game. If you had told me at the start of the year that if someone said towards the end of the year, one of the biggest games of the round is going to be the Bulldogs versus St. George, I would have laughed at you and told you to go to rehab. Seriously, bros, but that game is going to be sick. Man, Blue V versus the Red V. Come on, man, does it get any better? So good to see those teams doing well. Now, all right, guys, in this video, you know the drill. We will be going over all our teams. We'll go over a punt for the first one, guys. But obviously, make sure you sub to this channel. I do drop punts for every single game. I'm going to have a bit of fun with it this weekend, guys. And yeah, I was just about to say, make sure you sub, because I'm not posting as much on TikTok now, just because they've just been tanking my views hard. I don't know why, but they do that sometimes. A few people, I mentioned in our Discord, a few people saying, why do they do it? They just do sometimes. Like, I usually, what we've got, 23 or 4,000. Usually get 5 to 12,000. Like, a low video is normally 5. If it's a big game or whatever, it can get up to 20, 30,000 views. But they've just been tanking them hard, and I think it's, I don't know, sometimes they do it, they're really pushing people to pay for advertise, to pay to boost videos and stuff, and I ain't paying that. I'm not paying to boost my videos. Come on, man, you're dreaming. So best way to actually catch my videos, if you don't want to miss them, don't want to miss punts, is subscribe to YouTube. And when you do, just turn on the bell icon. That way it'll actually pop up and say Snag's video, punt for Rabbitohs versus Melbourne, and it'll just pop up, sort of thing. So that's actually the best way to make sure you don't miss content. Or I'll post everything in our Discord as well. I'll leave the link in the description of this video, guys. I've been loving it, and been loving the chat and banter in there. It's good to be able to bounce ideas off the bros in there and stuff, and it's been really good. And I'm really enjoying the Discord channel, so make sure you jump in there too, guys. Now, and all my punts that I will be putting up this weekend are on Picklebet and on Dabble, guys. If you do want to join any of those, hit the link in the description as well, or you can use Snag when you join. And on Dabble and stuff, it'll just automatically follow me as well. Now, we were a little filthy at Dabble for removing even match totals, but it's looking like every betting agency is doing it, so I don't think it was them. I think it's just, that must be, obviously bookies want to make money, and if they've got a market that's losing the money, they'll probably it'll change it in some way. So it's just the way it is. That's punting. I've lived off betting before, and you usually find something, you get a window of it, and then it goes. It's just the way it is. I remember back when I used to make a fortune on tennis. They used to let you multi up the round games. I don't know if they do. I know they did stop at one point. They might have started it again, but pretty much guys like Federer, Novak, Nadal, Andy Murray back in the day, those guys, they did not lose games until they got to quarters and semis, and you'd only get about $1.18 for each one, but you put 5 or 6 of them in, paying about $1.18 each, you get $3 or something. It was just money. Every Grand Slam, it was literally free money. And then they obviously closed that. So that's the way it goes, guys. We can be filthy at them, but at the end of the day, they're a business too. So we'll find something else to exploit. And then they'll close that and we'll find something else. Just the way it goes, guys. So yeah, guys, all right, so we'll get on to, we'll just go through the games really quickly first. We've got the Rabbitohs versus Storm, Titans versus the Sharks, Parramatta versus the Panthers. We have the Raiders versus the Seagulls. That should be a pretty damn good game, actually. And then we have the Cows versus the Broncos. I was really looking forward to that one. Not so much anymore. I'm still looking forward to it. Like when I say they're dud games, I just mean like there's nothing really on the line for them. But Broncos aren't going to want to go out there and get pumped again. They're getting creamed in the media at the moment. And then the big one, St. George versus the Bulldogs. Both teams flying high. Both looking to lock up spots in the 8. Doggies win this one. They're officially confirmed in the 8. Something disastrous would have to happen for them to not make it after that. But 12 wins should get you in. And then Dragons really trying to lock up their spot too. Dolphins, Dolphins probably hoping Dragons lose so they can slip back into that 8 spot. Warriors, Sean Johnson, I reckon they're going to play their rings off not that they haven't been already, but I don't think they're going to slip like I thought they were going to. It's hard. I think they're still going to be very competitive. They're not going to let Sean Johnson go out on a 9-game skid or anything like that, I don't think. So I think they're going to be playing their rings off, and then we have an absolute poo slinger to lock up the weekend. Knights versus the West Tigers. All right, guys, so here's the ladder. If you want to have a quick look at it, just pause the video. We will refer back to this quite a bit throughout it. But just before we did, I just wanted to have a really quick look at the strength of schedule for the remaining games, guys, and just to get a bit of an idea of who is finishing in the 8 and just games to come and all that sort of stuff. I don't quite know how they calculate this, to be fair. I sort of tried to read, didn't quite make sense to me, but like for example, where did they have? They had Cronulla here as like a red game. I don't think, like, no offense to Cronulla fans, I don't think there's a team in the comp right now who's going into play Cronulla that's like terrified. I think you roll into that game relatively confident you can win that, even if you are the Titans. So I don't quite know how this gets calculated, but as you can see here, we've got a pretty good idea. There's a few teams close to either in or close to the top 8 have pretty soft runs home. So Roosters, Manly, St. George, Sharks, Panthers and Bulldogs all got the easiest schedules coming into the finals, and they're all in and around the top 8 there. So Knights obviously aren't, but they got a pretty nice run home. And then, like I mentioned this last week about the Raiders, I love yous. I've been supporting the milk hard, but they've got a rough run home. Like Manly, North Queensland, Penrith, Sydney City, and then St. George. That is a rough run home. Really, that's why they had to get the Bulldogs one done. Even though they're well in contention, you're playing 2 teams on the brink of the top 4. The best team ever, the best team of the modern era, and then Sydney City. That's just tough. That's just really, and then St. George, who are playing. That'll be whether they make the finals or not. I'd say that last game. So just rough, absolutely rough. Storm, pretty rough run home, but which really does throw in contention whether they will get the minor premiership. Obviously, this game would probably decide it. If they beat Penrith, that'll kick them out to 2 games ahead with 3 remaining. So that would lock it up. So I would predict that Storm should get the minor premiership. But yeah, really will hinge on this game. And then Broncos, Dolphins, Eels. It's funny, a lot of these teams are sort of out of contention, and their schedule's pretty tough anyway. So it's looking like the 8's going to be the 8, and then just one of them, a team might drop out and a team will come in. But that's sort of what I'm getting the vibe from looking at this and looking how the ladder's sitting at the moment. Like Dragons could drop out, Finns could come in, or Titan, whatever. But I'd almost. Where was St. George again? Yeah, St. George, pretty easy run home. St. George have Canterbury. If they get this one, they're sitting real nice. Because then they have Gold Coast, Cronulla, then Para. So if they lock that one off, there's a good chance they'll be 3-1 over the next 4. And then what's their last game? They play Canterbury again? Okay, is that Canberra? Oh, yeah, Canberra. That'll be Canberra. Sorry, my bad. It's only the 3 letters you got to work. But, yeah, that's good. And my Smoky, I had Manly as my Smoky for a top 4. That's all of a sudden looking pretty nice with their run home. Sitting sitting 7th, but they've got that odd number, so they don't need to worry about for and against a whole heap. They've just got to get the W's coming off a bye. They're going to be fresh for their run home. They're sitting pretty. It says they've only got 10 wins, but technically it's 10.5 wins. So yeah, looking good. All right, guys, let's get to Rabbitohs versus the Melbourne Storm. Now I'm going to do my punts now and just get it out of the way, and I'm just going to be trying out a little scheme. I'm not going to post about these, but what I'll do is I'm going to bet them, and then I'm going to let you know on my post video how it went, because like I said, we're always looking for little things to exploit just to get. I don't do this to make money, but what I like to do is sometimes find something sneaky where I can get free money to use as betting on my fun stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I want. All right, so for my punt for this one, my double up, I'm going to put a fun one down as well, but I'll post that later. I got Melbourne over 26.5 points. I have over 42.5 points, and I have South under 25.5 points. Now, what was my... All right, so Melbourne, after a loss this year, have averaged 39.5 points after. Melbourne don't lose back-to-backs. Melbourne always fire up after a loss. You do not want to play Melbourne coming off a loss. I think that even though Rabbitohs, I know they didn't score last week, but they didn't have Cody Walker. He contributes so many of their points. I think they're going to lock everything up this weekend, and they're really going to push into the finals. So, I can see Melbourne us going, ooh, damn. And, yeah, we'll get into why in a minute. Now, the little scheme I'm sort of, not scheme, but what I'm going to be trying is, this one's on Pickle Bet, but you can do it on pretty much every betting thing, is just bookies are really good at picking the line. If they say the lines for unders overs, right, total match points, if they say it's going to be 48 points, they're usually pretty close within 6 to 8. Now I don't know what this has been paying over the thing, but I've got it here as $1.78. You can obviously put the minimum over and the minimum under, so the minimum overs and the maximum unders up, and you put them together. So you essentially need the game to fall in that bracket of points, but over 40 and under 60. And like I said, I just wanted to test it out to see how it goes over the weekend, because obviously I do a lot of data and I keep it, and I'm pretty sure these have been hitting 9 times out of 10. Obviously, you're going to have the odd game that doesn't. But if you can hit 9 times out of 10 and get $1.78 plus, I think you might be up. So I'm gonna run this for 2. I'll do it for this week. I'll keep you posted. Then I'll do it again next week. So that'll be 16 total games. How many games we got? 8. Yeah, 16 total games. And we'll see if it works. We'll see if we make a few free bucks off it. If not, whatever. Move on. I don't care. But yeah, I might just I'll put a small amount down, 100, and just at the end of the weekend I'll be like, I made, $90 or $200 or I lost $300, whatever it is, and yeah, we'll see how that one goes. But I always love that sort of stuff. I love me numbers. All right, guys, like I said before, Melbourne don't lose 2 in a row often. Melbourne, especially the way they lost, it was a disappointing loss. I would have hated to have been at their training this week. They would have got absolutely torched. I've just seen Katoa is out. I wish I saw that before. So Trent Liero comes in. Big Nelson Asafa Solomona comes in at lock. And Chris Lewis, I thought Alec McDonald was huge last weekend. And Tyron Wishart coming in off the bench. I heard Pappy's got something wrong with his foot. I wish they would just play Farlongo and give Paps a week off, because I just love watching Farlongo play, man. He's incredible. Plenty of ins for the Bunnies too. Big Jacob Host, Havili and Tapar. Oh, sorry, they're out. So I was like, what the hell? I thought they played. Dean Hawkins, Cody Walker's back. Brock Gray, big Shaq Mitchell. So yeah. Yeah, I just felt like the air really went out of the Bunnies last week. I don't see them competing in this game. I just don't. If Melbourne come out strong, I like Melbourne 13 plus. I like Melbourne over 30 points. I like Melbourne for just about everything. And I like Rabbits for just about unders everything. They're not playing horrible. It's just, I don't know, like, I just saw so many lazy efforts from, like, Kepi and Kalamatangi. And it was just pretty putrid across the board there. And, look, they got absolutely torched earlier in the year when they played 54-20. Like, that is hideous. Absolutely hideous. They've been beat 13 plus the last couple games, and like I said, if you see with this L right here, after a few purple W's, you're always taking the Storm everything. So should be some pretty big discrepancies. 26 scored, 18 conceded, 21 to 27. Now, like, you could take, I was thinking about taking Bunnies over like their minimum, which is at 8.5 or 9.5 points, which I have been scoring pretty consistently with Cody Walker. But I just feel like Melbourne might lock up their defence this time, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I actually think they probably will. And the other reason I didn't want to take, I think the minimum was 8.5. I think there was a game, when was it? Not long ago, where they scored 2 tries, I think it was, and they missed both conversions. And I was like, oh man, like, they don't have good goal kicking, so yeah, I just don't have faith in Bunnies to score plenty of points. Like, I think they can score a couple tries, but I don't think they're going to score a ton of points off of it. So yeah, I think we're going to see a purple whitewash. Rabbitohs have won their last 3 games at Accor Stadium. Rabbitohs have won their last 3 games at Accor Stadium. There you go. The Storm have won 9 of their 11 past games against the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs' Lachlan Matangi has scored 4 tries in his past 3 games at Accor Stadium. This is a random ATS for you if you want some value. Grant Anderson scored 4 tries in his past 4 games. He has been electric. Rabbitohs have lost all 5 games against top 4 opposition in 2024. Oh, what? Hang on. Rabbitohs have lost all 5 games against top 4 opposition in 2004. That's a typo. I was just thinking, did I read that wrong? Oh, come on, NRL.com. Sort your editing out. Spell check. All right, so let's have a quick look at your overs, unders line and all that. So like I said, when I was mentioned with the overs and unders, 50 bang on the dot. If I take 40 and 60, hopefully it lands somewhere in there. And I'm pretty confident it'll land over 40. Predicted score 17-30. Obviously, that's just not going to happen exactly like that, but it's a good guide. For your try scorers, guys, Gagai, Walker, Fletcher Myers, I don't like any of them. I liked Paps, but I didn't really like the way he played last week. Like I said, I thought he looked a little off, and then I saw somewhere he did have a little bit of a foot. Had a bit of a foot. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be probably locking him in. But Grant Anderson looks nice to me. As far as your try locator, guys, let's have a look at Storm. Still left heavy. They might go left even more with Qatar out. And where are they leaking them? Storm. Right side, which is Bunny's left. Man, so you could take Bunny's left-hand side players if you like. That's where Storm are leaking them. And Bunny's leaking left side, but they're sort of pretty even. It's only 3% difference. It's not a huge gap there. So all that data's there, guys. Jump in and use it as you will. But I actually like Paps personally, but I'm just not going to take him. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with try scorers yet. I'm going to have to mull that one over. Right, guys, let's move on to the Titans versus the Cronulla Sharks. Big game for both teams. Titans have to win if they want to keep their finals hopes alive. And I mean, they don't have to win, but Jesus, 2 from 5, and you're sitting in the top 4. You want to win, don't you? You want a nice win. And this is actually a really good game for us for the Sharkies. I think they get the floor wiped with them right now against Roosters, Penrith, Storm, all that. But this is a good game to see, are they genuine pretenders or are they pretty good? They're just a little off the pace. you know, Titans are playing good footy. So 4 from 5. So this is, if Titans go out here and get this done nice, 26-12, never really in danger of losing the game. Sit there and go, okay, they handled a team in form well, you know, and I think that's what I'd be looking for to see if the Sharkies are genuine pretenders, or that wouldn't make me think contenders, but at least I'm away from the pretenders thing, and I'm going, all right, they're there, they're thereabouts. They're just a little off or whatever. Bo Fillmore is out, Brimson in, but I've seen that a few times this year, and then he doesn't play. Big Tom Hazelton back. Can we please get this dude some game time? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a beast. Atkinson and Blake Brayley. That is hard to say. And Cam McInnes comes in at hooker. I don't mind it at all. Brayley's pretty handy with the ball in hand. It's still a strong team. This team should beat. It should really beat. Big Tom Hazelton is a big inclusion. I mean, just look at him. Don't you want to watch him play footy? Run straight. He's a back fencer. He's unstoppable. Yeah, so Palacia back. So Brimson named here on the extended bench. Like I said, I wouldn't be banking on him playing. But this should be a good one. This should be a real good one. All right, let's have a little look-see. Titans have not defeated the Sharks at Seabus Stadium since 2017. Sharks have won 9 of their past 10 games against the Titans. Titans have won 4 of their past 5 games at home. Will Kennedy's 100th. There's a try scorer for you. I love my milestone try scorers. And AKP has scored 10 tries in his past 6 games. Now, I mentioned this on my kick stream the other night. Everyone had AKP in, and I don't think he got it. I don't think he did. But this stat here, you look at it, and I know a lot of people are like, AKP scored 11 tries in 6 games. But the thing with the Titans is they'll attack one side all game, and they don't really deviate a whole heap. He'll score 10 tries in 5 games, but there's 2 hat tricks and 2 doubles, and he didn't score in the other ones. So it is a little bit deceiving there. So just take him with caution. He doesn't pay much because the odds are saying he's going to score when you break it down over a period of time. But he does go with it. He can. I don't think I've hit him as a try scorer this year, and he scored like 40 tries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird one. So punt with caution with AKP. I'm just I like him and someone else for 2 or more, because he can get 2 or more himself if he's going to score. And if they do go his way, they'll keep going his way. So if you can get him with someone random that could possibly score a try, like him and Dave Fafita or something. Because Dave Fafita pays a bit because he's a second rower. You get him and Dave Fafita for 2 or more. Like, they could get 1 each, but AKP could also score 4. Yeah, and you covered either way. So I don't mind that one for him. I think Sportsbet has that market pretty good. I think most have the try combos, but they're ones like they've got every single matchup. But yeah, so I said Storm were going to win, didn't I? Yeah, Storm are going to win. We'll have a look at these guys, then I'll do my pick. All right, so we have plenty of points by the looks of it. Under over 58%. Ooh, they like the unders on 50s. Titans to win? Predicted score? What's the head-to-head value here? Titans are favourites? Damn. I wonder what head start I can get for the Sharkies. I don't think. I'll look it up later. Damn. Like, okay, Titans are favourites. Yeah, that's not overly shocking, but $1.50 favourites? Wow. They're playing better footy, what can I say? And form does. Yeah. Okay. Sharks in the top 4 coming off a win, playing their team coming 11th, and they're underdogs. That's obviously another one you could take 2 guys, just if you're thinking about it, is AKP and Jojo Fafita for 3 or more. That's always good too, because like I said, Jojo, he can get himself a double too. I hit Katoa last weekend. I like him on the right. But maybe with Brayley playing in 7, maybe not. So, yeah, I'd be looking at Fafita and Pereira. Take your poison. We'll have a look. Maybe this try analyzer will help us a little bit. We'll see where Sharkies are conceding. Left side, which would be Jojo Fafita. So, left side means Titans' right side, which is Jojo Fafita's side. So, maybe Jojo as you go here. Yeah, this is an interesting one. This is a really interesting one. Titans still scoring much more on their left. But obviously, they've got Dave Fafita scoring tries out there too. Whereas on this side, second row is not really scoring. It's just Jojo, like right side, 24 tries out of 77. I'd say that's 18 of those are Jojo. No, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Yeah, so I like the Sharkies with a head start. If it was at Shark Park, I'd be taking the Sharkies for sure. I think the Sharks are going to win. I don't know why. Give me a look at this team list again. Oops. Give me a look at this. All right, so we've got Will Kennedy. We've got Kinney. So I still love... Oh, man, I'm starting to love the Titans back 5, to be fair. I still like the Titans back 5 better. Kieran Foran smashes Brayley in the halves. Just experience and been there, done that. Atkinson and Campbell. I like Campbell better, but sort of a wash. Both pretty new in the positions and stuff like that. Forward packs. You got Aaron Clark. Jack Williams at lock. I like the middle of the Sharkies better. I like the bent. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna take a few. I'm gonna take the Sharks in this one, guys. Follow if you're doing real good in your tipping comp and you want to take favourites, take the Titans. But I like the Sharkies to get this one a little bigger through the middle. The middle's going to be toughened up with McInnes in there, and then essentially Jack Williams where he would be. So that stiffens up even harder. Then Brayley on an edge. It's pretty solid defensively. I'm going to take Sharks, guys. Not with a ton of confidence now. Look at it, but yeah, I'm going to take Sharks to get this one. 6 p.m. game. I'm going to take Sharkies. Like I said, I've got to take a few outsiders. I am creeping up in my tip and comp. I think I'm coming 5th or something now. But I want to... Ueli's out? Oh, what's up with Ueli? Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Sharkies, guys. Just not with a ton of confidence, all right? But yeah, like I said, if you're doing good in your tip and comp, I'd probably say the Titans are the best bet. They're playing better footy, straight up. Just playing better footy. Sometimes you can put all the stats away and just look at two teams and be like, they're playing better footy, they're going to win. Sometimes we like to overcomplicate it. All right, on to the Eels versus the Panthers. Luca Moretti out. Dory back. Kalamatula Tuolangi. Isaac Latham. Ethan Sanders. Who's back here? Dane Laurie's back. Luke Summerton. Jake Cole. So, Casey McLean, man, I tell you what, lads. This Casey McLean and his brother must be absolute weapons, eh? Like, I heard on the TV the other day, during the Panthers game, that they'd locked these guys up to 2028. Panthers never do this with young players. Like think about it. They didn't. I think Crichton's longest contract was 2, maybe 3 years. These McLean brothers must be absolute. They must see something in these kids and go, "This is our future." To lock both the brothers up that young, and like to be honest, Casey. I think I've watched the other kid play once, and he was pretty good. He's the one that got knocked out in Origin, the under-20s Origin, wasn't it? But this kid doesn't look like he doesn't look like the top shelf centers, but he looks as good as the mid-level centers already, and he's 5 games in. He looks real nice. Now we're a little bit confused with what sides on Taruva are playing, guys. So pump with caution there too. With Cleary back, I was going to start going Taruva more on the right, but then Tortor was playing on there. I think that's more of a defensive decision. Like, if we look up here, this is a little deceiving, guys. You look at this and go, man, Panthers are leaking tries on their left. but it's 30 tries. Okay, so like for example, we'll come up to the Cowboys where it's 38. They're 31. So they're leaking only 38% of their tries on that side. It's more than what Penrith are leaking. So a little bit deceiving here, the numbers, but they are still scoring tries. They're pretty much just not scoring tries on this side. Like 13 in a year. How ridiculous that is. 30. We're in round 23, and 13 tries have been scored on Panthers' left edge. Let that sink in for a minute, lads, while I have a little swig of me aminos. All right. Where were we up to? Yeah, so I was just saying, bet with caution there. Like I said, I took Cleary last week and hit. He just looks scary, man. He looks so scary. It's actually ridiculous. Blaze Talangi about to see what it's like. About to play against his club for next year. I was pretty impressed with Parramatta last weekend. Get a nice win against the Warriors. I thought I was actually pretty impressed with them. The Storm, like I said, they were coming last, equal last as far as wins go with the Tigers. And I was sitting there saying, like, this is the best last running team. They're playing pretty good footy. Like, even in their losses, I mean, they just leaked a few too many points, but scoring points, looking good in patches, all that stuff, just, again, like, disappointing, not good. I'm not, like, trying to pump them up, but, like, just, like, comparing them to other teams that have come in, like, winning the spoon, or equal winning the spoon, they're playing pretty good footy. All right, so we'll have a look at the stat attack. Pardon me, guys, one sec. All right, Eels have lost 4 of their past 5 games at home. Panthers have not defeated the Eels at CommBank Stadium since 2019. Yeah, like I said, the Eels have had a pretty good record against the Panthers. In fact, I believe they still have the best record against the Penrith Panthers since Penrith have become a dynasty. 2020 on. I'm pretty sure Parramatta have the best record against them. Like, when Penrith play teams, a lot of the times, you come over to this stat attack and it'll be like, almost every time, so-and-so has not done the Penrith since 2018 or something. You don't see much of that with the Eels. It's normally pretty even stat. They've both got positives and negatives. But yeah, obviously Eels on a run down this year. Normally I would say Para aren't doing that great, but I think they could get the Eels. It's a little bit different this year. Now they're losing games consistently, and I'm like, they're actually playing okay. Now it's like, yeah, it's a bit different. All right, so the Eels have lost 4 of their past 5 games at home. Panthers have not defeated the Eels at CommBank since 2019. Eels have not won back-to-back games in 2024. Nathan Cleary has scored 52 points in his past 3 games. What the hell is even that? Clint Gutherson scored 5 tries in his past 7 games against the Panthers. Look, guys, Panthers are winning this one. They are a little too strong. I think Parramatta could show up for it. Like, I think Parramatta, Knights really push. Like, Fish is a big loss for them. Like, he's sort of like, sometimes you don't really notice him, but he's sort of like JWH is for the Roosters. Like, you just, like, as an opposition team, you have a look at the team list and you go, damn it. When he's there, or when he's not there, you go, oh, nice, JWH isn't there. He's just that player. Like, we don't see it, but the opposition does. And it's just, every tackle's going to hurt. The line speed's going to be ridiculous. You're going to get a little bit of rub on the ground. It just does all that stuff. I could see the scoreline being roughly this. Like I said, this is just a guide, guys, but I could see 12 to 16 points the Eels scoring, and I could see the Panthers scoring that 24-30. That's where I would put both teams in roundabouts. And what are the totals looking like here? 48. Taking the unders. Okay. That's risky. Tungo playing his brother. How good's that? So Sean Russell. So Tungo's been playing left side? I don't mind him for one. That's so if you like. So Penrith's right side's the side leaking. Oh, but now if To'o's on that side, you're not scoring on him. So To'o's had 8 tries scored on him this year. It's just so absurd. So try, like I said, tread carefully with your try scorers. Penrith Eels with a 16.5 point head start. I mean, I don't know if I'd have the plums, but it's, they are playing okay and they do stand up against Penrith. They always have. So you never know. It might be worth it, but I don't think I'd have the plums for it. And like we mentioned before, guys, if you do like the Eels, I know they're not scoring many down their left, but Dill Brown, if he does play left side, links with Clint Gutherson, they can create space and an edge pretty quick. So I won't be taking it, but if you do like it, like I said, they do leak more. If they're going to leak tries somewhere, it is on their right. But yeah, good luck. Good luck with that one, guys. Panthers to win. Raiders versus the Seagulls. Seagulls coming off a bye. Raiders got them this year. Both teams coming off L's. 2 from 5 and 3 from 5. Raiders coming off a tough game, gritty game against the Bulldogs. Short turnaround. Saturday they played on Sunday, so not short, not 5-day, but shortish turnaround. Coming off against a fresh Seagulls with a lot of people back. Josh Allier out. How long's he out for? Hopefully he's back before the finals. Big one, big inclusion. No one's talked about him being out, but Lockie Croker back is massive. Big Olakwatu back is massive. They're big, they're strong. I've been loving Bullymore coming off the bench. I've been loving Gordon Chen Kung Tong coming off the bench. Ben Travojevic, Mr. Fix-It, can play anywhere. Well, anywhere on an edge. Well, he can play in the middle, I guess. I like it. I've been saying it. I like it. I like this team. I wouldn't be surprised, lads, just with the size of the Raiders pack, that Dillbags goes to the bench and Big Simply comes on. Yeah, it should be a good one. Excited. I'm really excited. Raiders are playing footy, man. Don't write off the Raiders. Raiders are aiming for home and away wins against the Seagulls for the first time since 2016. Turbo has scored 6 tries in his past 4 games against the Raiders. Jamal Fogarty has landed his last 20 goals. Well, he's missing now. Why'd you put that in writing? What the hell are you doing? Carl Lawton plays 100th. Huddy Young has scored 5 tries in 7 games at GAO. Huddy's a bit like AKP. He seems to get doubles, and then when I put money on him, he bloody never hits. Let's have a look at overs, unders, and where the tries are being scored, lads. Jordan Rapana, okay. So 21-26. How have the Raiders been conceding? So they conceded 30, conceded 8, conceded 6, conceded 20, conceded 14. It's actually not horrendous. I mean, conceding 34 against the Roosters, that's everyone. Yeah. And Raiders have been scoring pretty good. So they scored 18, scored 32, scored 20, scored 12, scored 6. Yeah, I'd say this will be a little lower, this score, eh? I'd probably take 4 of these points and put them on here, maybe. Yeah, should be good. And hang on, let me go back here too. What was the score last time they played? Okay, wow. I don't think we're going to see this. Wow, the Raiders went into Brookie. Snatched it from the Seagulls. That's pretty damn impressive. All right, guys. So totals on this one. This should be interesting. 48. Yeah, I think I might take the unders on this one, but over 48. If I can get this about 52 to 54 at a decent price, I might take that. Love Turbo to score. Love Saab to score. Big Ola if you want some value. Seagulls minus 4.5. Don't mind that either. Right, guys, where are we scoring? Right, Seagulls, pretty even. They've shared the tries left and right. They do attack one side heavy, but then they quite often will shift the other side at some point in the game. They're a bit like that. Something like doggies will attack left and then right and then left and then right. Whereas they'll pepper, and then they'll pepper. Like they sort of mix it up quite a bit. Raiders, 42% right. Now, where are they conceding? Where are the Raiders conceding? Okay, more on the left, but not crazy amount. Yeah, I'd probably look at... They are conceding on the left, which would be Saab and Garrick and Gerbo. So I'd be going Saab, Garrick and Turbo. Any one of those three you like, I'd be looking at those because Turbo normally does swing right around. I'll be looking at those three if I was you guys. All right, I'm going to go Seagulls on this one. Just short turnaround for the Raiders. Tough game. Seagulls fresh. I think they'll scrape it home. Cowboys versus the Broncos. Now the Broncos, I was at that home game last time, and Broncos absolutely spanked the Cowboys in this one. It was embarrassing. I could not believe. I was filthy at the Cowboys. I was like, Drinkwater sucks, and Kyle Felt still in the NRL. No, so I was fuming. I think I tipped the Cowboys in it, that's why. Ezra Man out, Payne Haas out. 38-12. It was Reynolds masterclass in this one. Actually got Paddy Carrigan's jersey from this one too. Won the Carl Webb medal. Got his game match jersey. Cowboys are flying. Cowboys are absolutely flying. Only lost to the Seagulls, and the Seagulls were steaming along at this point. Beat the Panthers, beat the Bulldogs, beat the Sharks. And then we were a little disappointed with this one, but like I said I'd give them a little benefit of the doubt of taking the foot off the gas, putting it in neutral and coasting down the hill in it with the send-off. But Broncos have troubles. They're in big trouble. There's a lot going on there. I don't think they turn around in this one, but I do think they'll get up for it. Cowboys have conceded 96 points in the last 3 games against the Broncos. I'm going to take Broncos for some points in this game, for sure. Like, maybe not over 18, but over 16 probably. I think they could get that. I think Cowboys' defense isn't super elite, and Broncos are going to be cutting sick in this game. Like, I just don't think it won't be silky, but yeah. Reece Walsh has scored 11 tries in his past 10 games. Nanai has scored 6 tries in 4 games against the Broncos. Nanabe and Pia Kurusu love Nanai for a try in this one, lads. Broncos have conceded 30 points or more. Broncos have conceded 30 points or more 7 times in 2024. This could be one of those ones where you go Cows over 26 and Broncos over 16. I'll be looking at that. Kyle Felt has scored 9 tries in his last 9 games against the Broncos. Let's have a little look, see what's going on here. Predicted score, I'm intrigued. 29-19. Yeah, did I not just say that? Well, like close to, like Cows 26 or something, Broncos over 16. Obviously, like it's not going to be 29-19. This is just runs a simulation and pumps out a number. But yeah, they usually get relatively close. Yeah, I like that one. I might take Cows for some points and Bronx for some points. Broncos edges look. Hang on, which edge was hella flimsy on the weekend? It was Broncos left edge. Just looked was getting ripped to pieces. Which you bet? Yeah, wow, sweet. Well, I'm taking Nanai in this one, and Felt if you want it. Yeah, so I'll be taking in this one. Nanai 45% to score anyway, and Felt, yeah, I'll be going those two for sure. Cowboys would have watched the tape on that from last weekend's game and gone, oh yes. Cowboys right edge is so slick anyway. They don't need an invitation. Then they watch the tape on Broncos left edge last week and just go, oh yes, there's 20 points on that edge alone. Yes. So what's the overs unders here? So over 50, like the unders. Cowboys minus 75. Wow. Cowboys minus 74 has a 4% edge. Cowboys head-to-head has a 7% edge. Don't know how. We'll have a look at this. See if this tells a bit of a story. So Broncos right edge. Yeah, so it was their left edge. Was okay, sweet. There you go. They must have just really opened up in the last couple of weeks. Where's the Cows? Scoring on the right. So we're going to go to scoring 42 there. Tuolungi walked some tries in last week. Yeah, I'm feeling the right. I'm really feeling the right here, guys. So whoever you like on that edge, slap it in. But yeah, I'm going right edge for sure. And Cows to win. Cows powering into the finals. How about them apples? Where are they sitting? So if Cows win this one, they'll jump up to 30 points. And like Sharks are underdogs in this game, so there's a chance Sharks win this. So Bulldogs or the Cowboys could be in the top 4 this weekend. You know, that's huge. Absolutely massive. And the red V will be on 26. So if they win and beat the Bulldogs, they'll be on the same as the Bulldogs. Much worse for and against, though. If Cows go up, if Cows lose, they've got a better for and against. So Dragons probably won't move up even if they win. But they'll obviously pull away from a few of these teams if they lose. Interesting. What were we up to? Yeah, we're finishing off with the Cows, didn't we? Have we finished with the Cows and Broncos? Yeah, we sort of have. Yeah, Cows to win. Oh, sorry, I just got mesmerised in the in the ladder. Cows, Cowboys, Seagulls. I mean, these two play each other, but no one else really plays each other. Yeah, so we might not get a ton of movement in the ladder this weekend. We might, but we might not. Like this could be the top 8 after the end of the weekend. Yeah, but we'll see. All right, no, we're not up to that game. Cowboys. No, where's the Bulldogs? Aren't the Bulldogs next? How did I miss the Bulldogs game? How have I missed the Bulldogs game? Alright, we're going to have to do it from here. I just must have accidentally closed it. Yeah. Alright, all good. Can't miss the dog. Can't miss the game of the round. Bulldogs versus Dread V. How good. I love these two jerseys. Just looks so good. Just looks so good. Alright, we'll have to go in here and I'll come back out of it. Doggies. Alright, so these guys played each other this year? Yes, that's right, it was a hiding. Flanagan's going to be filthy. I cannot believe this is game of the round. Both teams in pretty good nick. 4 from 5, 3 from 5. Dragons gone win-loss, so they should lose this game. Win against the Broncos. L against the Roosters. So they're losing to the top teams. Except for Storm. yeah, that would have been bad if they lost to the Storm. Like they're pretty. If you see that, if you lose to the top 3 or 4 top 3 teams, sort of relatively close together, you're like, well, we can't win the comp. So that's what you have to do to win the comp, is beat those teams in a row. So at least they got one. At least they're like, at least we can make it through a round of the finals, Yeah, but yeah, I'll probably cross them off from winning the comp if they've lost to 2 of 3 in the last 5 games. A tough old run. But I mean, look, what better preparation to play a team? Again, not bagging the Bulldogs, just a little, you know what I mean? Just a little lower than the Storm and the Penrith have been team. They're the benchmark, and Bulldogs are a good, very good team in great form. What way to get battle-hardened than play Penrith and then the Storm back-to-back? So, yeah, this is going to be really good. Doggies absolutely flying. Their games have been so close, wins and losses, except for the Broncos one where they blew them away. So this has just got such a good game. I know Doggies fans are walking into this thinking they're going to win this easily, but if you just look at these games here, I mean, there hasn't been an easy win in here besides the Broncos game. It's been very close, tight games. Both teams have had very close games in their last ones. Both games been decided by 4 points or less. It's going to be a really good game. I'm sure Flano's showing them the tape of the Doggies cheering and laughing from this last game here. They really need to win to keep their finals hopes alive. I know they're in the 8, but, it's very easy to slip out. It's just such a big game for both teams. And the same with the Doggies too. Like I said, I almost promise you, I wouldn't. This isn't a lock, but it'd be paying about $1.18. Doggies are going to have a game where they get not wiped, but where they just rock up flat. You can't keep winning games by 2 points. Train your asses off, and just turn up. You know what I mean? Like the law of averages said, every single team, Penrith included, rocks up to a game. It happened to the one I can just think of off the top of my head, but last year with Penrith, they rocked up against the Tigers. They were just a little flat one day, and Tigers got them. It does happen. Like, you can't go into every single game and play a 10 out of 10 every time. Like, you're just going to have a game where everyone plays a 7, other team plays good, and you're just like, damn, that happened. So I have no doubt that Doggies, from now till before the NRL, will probably have a game where they come in a little flat. Will it be this one? Dragons fans will be hoping. And that's not a knock on the Dogs. That's just every team. Like, every team is going to have a game, especially if you're winning games closely, where you just come in and you just flat one game because you're maxed out, bro. Like, it's like I don't think people understand when you're down or up and you're in that middle pack and it's like your season's on the line essentially. That last 15 minutes is so hard. You know what I mean? You'd rather be almost blown out. Just because at least you're spending half the game behind the posts going, when you lose these real close games, you're like, damn, it takes so much out of you. And you get an L. It's tough. But yeah, man, I am so amped for this. And I'll probably stream this one on Kick too, guys. So if you don't have KO, come over. That's right. We're back here, aren't we? Yes, oh man, I'm so amped for it. All right, so let's have a look. Let's break this game down a little bit deeper. All right, so Canterbury, one extra game ahead of them. Completion rate's about the same. Tackle efficiency, a little better from the Dragons. Total points scored, both scoring about 20, 21 points. Average points conceded, that's a difference. The Doggies, much better. Defense conceding about nearly 2 tries less a game. 1.5, 1.75. However you want to break it down. All right, let's go back. So now I've got to find this tab. Here we go. All right, Dragons have won 5 of their past 7 home games. Ooh. Like I'm saying, this Bulldogs fans, I know you're confident you're going to win this. This is not an easy game. Someone said the other day when I was like, oh, that's right, Penrith. My mate's a Doggies fan. And I go, man, Penrith, no one's beaten Penrith. And you go, why? Because they beat the Dragons. I'm like, bro, they're on the same amount of wins as you, bro. Like last week they were. Doggies obviously won a game and they lost a game, which put the Doggies one game ahead. But I'm like, you're on the same amount of wins for the year, bro. You're right. You're awesome and they're shit. You know, like, it's like that doesn't make sense. They're both going good, man. It's so good to see. I'm really loving it. Josh Adokar scored 8 tries in 5 games against the Dragons. Dragons have lost 3 of their past 4 games against the Bulldogs. Kicks will play his 150th. Sewer has scored 4 tries from his past 3 games. Wow. All right, let's have a little look. I'm taking the unders in this one. What's the unders line? 46. Might take it about 48. I reckon we're going to get a real low-scoring game. A real low-scoring game. Sloaney, Adokar. I reckon both teams are probably going to struggle to score points. Yeah. Both scoring about 20, so both less than 4 a game. Try scorers, guys. Adokar, 55. Stephen Crichton, 41. Karaz. Not feeling Karaz as a try scorer at the moment. Bronson Sherry, 31. Cotton Tracy. Lomax always solid, guys. So let's have a look. So Lomax is playing right side. Where are the Bulldogs leaking tries? You can't call it leaking because you don't score many tries on the Bulldogs, do you? Right side, that's the other side. So you might go what's his name? Tupolotu or whatever. Yeah, that's interesting. Bulldogs scoring, conceding on 27. That's still only 27 tries though. Conceded 52 this year. Wow, really good effort from the Bulldogs. That's effort. It's effort. It's just funny because I look at all the numbers and I was just waiting for Bulldogs to get blown out at some point this year because they miss so many tackles, but they just don't miss the ones that matter, you know. And that's the main thing. Like, you're gonna miss tackles, but how's your scramble? How's your effort? All that stuff. And it goes to show you, like, you can fall off tackles. And Doggies aren't scoring tries through the middle, are they? 5 all year. Wow, that's low. So don't take Reid Marnie as a try scorer as a lesson here, lads. Yeah, Doggy's tough. I like maybe them to score. Yeah, maybe on the right. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one, but there's the data there. You guys can sort of work it out. But yeah, I'll probably look at under 50, somewhere around there. Doggies 3% edge. Doggies minus 3.5 minus 1% edge. Don't know why that's even up there, but thanks Bet Insider. I'm going to take the Bulldogs to win just because their defense has been more consistent, but I am not confident. I really do think the Dragons can rattle some cages here. I really do, but I've just been so impressed with the consistency of the Doggies. And like I said, I was impressed with them from the start. I was like, this is a much improved team, but I wasn't like I said, I had I had a toe in the bandwagon. I'm like, it's awesome, bros, but like, you're going to get blown out soon, man. Like, you can't, like, you're missing tackles. You got like utility edge forward / centers playing prop. I'm like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work every game. Like, I'm like, you're going to win games because you've got some studs in your team. You got a long boot. You got a good coat. You know, I'm feeling the Doggies. They're going, but I'm like, you just aren't going to be consistently good. L for the Snag. They've been consistently good. So yeah, it's I'm going to take Doggies. But like I said, if you're a Dragons fan, slap a punt down. All right, so Finns up versus the Wahs. Josh Kerr out. Cody Nicarima in. Plath. Anthony Milford, Trey Fuller. Chance Nickel Kuster. Shout out to Sean Johnson, hanging him up at the end of the year. I was about to say, if you're a Broncos fan, if you're a Wahs fan, make sure you get down to this game if you're living in Brisbane. Like, go. Sean Johnson is an absolute stud. I'm saying right now, I said in a TikTok video earlier, there are so many of these good young players coming through the Warriors system that picked up a rugby league ball, 14 to 18, 19 years old, they would have picked up a rugby league ball because of Shaun Johnson. He deserves, every time he does anything remotely positive on the field, he deserves a big cheer from his fans. So if you are in Brizzy, make sure you go check it out. And like I said, that Warriors do have a few home games. Warriors do have a few away games, and like we all know, there's a lot of Kiwis in Australia. Make sure you go check out these games and make sure the venue's sold out. Go down there, cheer on SJ. Make sure he feels loved, because he's bled, he's broken bones for this club, and he's hanging. He could have easily took another contract, took up some of the salary cap, got paid. He didn't. He said, "Nah, it's time for the new gen. Let's go." And I think the Warriors would have given him a contract. He would have taken up a top 30 spot. He would have taken up, I think, a huge chunk, but a chunk of the salary cap. So I think it's really admirable that he's hanging him up now, and hopefully he can help the Warriors next year in their development off the field. So yeah, Warriors have. So if you're in Brisbane, go check this one out. If you're in the Manly area, go check that one out. And then finishing off, how cool, Bulldogs versus Warriors is his final home game, and then he's got his Shark Park, SJ's final game. Beautiful. I mean, it would have been cool if it was in Auckland, but still pretty cool. All right, so Tavita Pangai back. Yeah. Warriors just not playing great footy. I'm not feeling just the way they're playing. I think Tuivasa-Sheck's their best fullback. Like I said, SJ's not playing his best footy. How's me just rapping him and then being, SJ's not good enough? It's just not working the way we thought. I feel like AFB's numbers have been great, but I'm still not feeling... I don't think his effort's great. He's just so good. He still puts up numbers. Wade Egan, I feel like, has gone down a peg. Dylan Walker, I love him and he's good, but I just feel like Tohu Harris is their best option there. Obviously injured, so can't play. So a bit redundant, but you get what I'm saying. When did these guys play? So, they've played this year. Wahs got them. Okay. So old Wayne who want a little payback. Dolphins need to win. I know Warriors are technically going, I think the Warriors have conceded. Like, if it was an election and, when you're like, ooh, how they concede before the numbers are all counted, the opposition, I think they have conceded. They're not playing finals. So I think the Dolphins get this one. I was pretty impressed with their fight. I know they got a big score put on them, but Roosters have been putting on good scores just about everyone. It's been 4 games that haven't scored over 30 points or something stupid like that. Like, it is actually ridiculous how many points they're scoring. Overs, unders for this one. Over 51. Okay. I think we could see some points. Here. So, both coming off losses, both in bad form. 9 from 8, 8 from 8. Yeah, Dolphins just scoring as much as they concede. They both are, but Warriors are just a bit worse. They've just had trouble scoring more, and it's a little bit of an illusion here. Like, I reckon the Warriors have had 12 points total at the 70th minute mark, like 3/4 of their games this year, eh? And they've scored 1 or 2 late or something, like really late. Sometimes in losing efforts, you know what I mean? It's just closed the gap a little bit or whatever, but yeah, they've really struggled to score points this year. As far as try scorers go, what do we got? We got I love Hammer for one through the middle. I get Warriors. Dolphins are a little similar to the Titans. Sometimes they go Osaka's way, sometimes they go Bostock's way, sometimes Herbie doesn't pass. It's a bit hard. DWZ is just not getting the ball he got last year. So it's a little tough. AFB is always fun to put down if you want to slap a little bit down. Let's see if Dolphins concede through the middle. Dolphins concede 22 tries through the middle. 17 of their tries scored through the middle there. AFB could be nice. I mean, 22% is not ridiculous, but ridiculously high. But it's a few. It's a bit. So you could chuck AFB in there. Why the hell not? Warriors money line, $7.5, $1.90, 1% edge. Yeah. I was really hoping the Wahs would make, and the Dolphins, I want them both to play finals this year. But anyway, hopefully one of the two can. Be just good for rugby league. I'm gonna take the Finns in this one, guys. I really want them to play finals. I really want them to play finals, and they're just even though they're both in a bit of bad form, I have liked the way the Dolphins have looked a bit more. Dolphins have conceded at least 21 points in 9 consecutive games. Warriors have won 2 of their 3 games against the Finns. Hamaso Tabuai-Fidow has scored 12 games in... Hammer has scored 12 tries in 11 games this season. Warriors have lost 5 of their past 6 games at Suncorp Stadium. Jermaine Asako has scored 4 tries in 3 games against the Warriors. Maybe Asako for a pie. Yeah, let's have a look here. What is Dolphins? Dolphins need to... Oh, they got some... Warriors, winnable. Canterbury, that is winnable. I know people will be like, well, Canterbury playing well. I would tip Canterbury to win it, but it is winnable. Melbourne, maybe not. Broncos, winnable. What's their final game of the year? Newey, they can do it. Up the Finns. Finns up. I was at their stadium yesterday, actually, KO Stadium. First time I've been there. My son was at what's it called? The Maroons feeder, like Pathways camp thing. Pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Like, it was out on the outside training fields. We didn't play on KO Stadium, but it was like sunset. It was real nice. It felt real. It was nice driving across the bridge, and there was lots of water, and we were like, get out in the footy field. I was like, oh, this is cool, man, because I live pretty much in the city, so it's cool to get out to Redcliffe. It was nice. It's a good place to play footy, I tell you what. Just like a nice place. It was good. I liked it. All right, Fins up, baby. Let's go. Let's get this video over with the poo slingers. Let's not spend too much time on this one. Look, Knights are a slim chance playing finals. What have they got? 8 wins. 5 games remaining, is it? Is it 5 games or 4 games? Hang on, 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's still 5. It's weird, eh? There's still 5 games left. Like, the ladder could technically change a whole heap. It's just teams are so consistent these days. Still can play finals. They got a pretty easy draw too. Like, Knights, like I said, Cronulla's in bright red here, but like I said, like, they're not, like, no one's worried about playing Cronulla. Then you've got South, then Goldie. This one should be red, and that should be white. Who they finish with? All right, so look, bit of urgency, bit more urgency than first thought. I'd sort of run the pen through the Knights, but I guess technically they'd be looking at it going, we can win 3 or 4 of these. We can win 4 of these 5. We did 10 last year. Why can't we do it now? We've got KP in our team. Knights is so much more potent with Marju and Bradman Best on that left edge. There was some games this year when they played together. Even Ponga was out. I think Ponga got a lot of credit for he deserved it. Didn't deserve Dally M though, but actually everyone deserves a Dally M. I think Sean Johnson sort of won it. It's funny when people say they didn't deserve to win. I'm like, yeah, they did, but someone else probably deserved it more. But KP was. Did you watch him play rugby league last year? It was pretty special. There was just someone that played better, more consistently, which was Sean Johnson. I hate when people say he didn't deserve that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Someone deserved it more though. There was a few games this year where those two were just dish. It was just like Pistons. They both running for over 250. It's just skits, man. Oh, crazy. But yeah, I like Marju for try a lot more when Bradman Best is there. It's just when those two are there, like, you have to gang tackle both those guys. Like, well, you have to tackle Bradman Best. Like, if you shift and there's space and Bradman Best is about to catch the ball, the winger has to come in because Bradman Best will shake anyone in the comp one-on-one. In the centre position anyway. I can't think of a centre that could shut him down one-on-one. Critter maybe. I think Stretch could if he was back at full strength. That's about it. But Brad is a boost. Tigers just playing footy at the moment, eh? 5 L's on the trot, 3 L's on the trot for the Knights. This is why we've written them off, because, they need to win 4 or 5, and they've been taking L's left, right and centre. I think it's a bit strange for the Knights. I've really felt like they haven't used Dylan Lucas right. Like, he just looks like he's playing out of position wherever he plays. Like, he looks like a weapon, but he just looks out of position everywhere he plays. Tyson Gamble last week, like, he kicked 140-20. He nearly kicked 2. Game on the line. He kicks it dead. When they had Penrith, I wouldn't say on the ropes, but, And then Cleary goes up the other end and gets a repeat set not long after, and then just bustles his way. There's just levels to this half stuff, eh? It was a few errors there too. I like Brayley. I didn't like Crossland's game last week, but I actually do like the experiment of him in the halves, because I like Jaden Brayley. I really like him in that 9. So I do like it. Well, let's just look at these, and I think the Knights win. I'm taking the Knights. Knights have won their past 5 games against the Tigers. West Tigers conceded 40 points or more in 5 of their past 6 games. Knights have won only 2 of their past 6 games at McDonald Jones Stadium. Adam Caesar requires 3 points for 500 points. Kalen Ponga has scored 6 tries in his past 7 games. Adam Caesar requires 3 points. Isn't he like 50 years old? I know he went to the Super League. But still, that seems really low. Why are they highlighting that? Don't good point scorers get 100 a year? Like Nathan Cleary's 26 and got well over 1,000. That's a bit of a weird... I guess it's a milestone. 500. Why am I knocking his accomplishments? Come on, Snag. You're better than that. All right, let's have a look where the points have been scored here, lads. We'll go with the overs, unders. And Marju, obviously, the most likely. Ponga, I'd say as well. Dylan Lucas. What's the overs, unders looking like? Totals, 50 points. It's weird they always take the unders. I could see the score being not 28, but just that. Just 28 to 16. Something along those lines. If we look at the Knights' last games. Yeah, I'd say the Tigers and Eels have been relatively... could see something along the lines of that. Yeah, I see something like that going down, guys. Let's have a look at the try analyzers, who should we be picking. So we have Tigers, left-hand side 40. Where are the Knights? Yeah, very left, and Tigers are conceding on the right. So yeah, go to your left-hand side. Left-hand side for the Knights, guys. Your Marjus, your KPs, because he swings left more. Go those guys. I'm wrecked. I'm absolutely wrecked, lads. Yeah, and we'll go Knights to win and keep their finals hopes alive. All right, guys, so I'm going. Oh, I'm on the Warriors. I was like, why the hell are these all Warriors games? We're going. Oh, come on, man. We're going Storms. We're going Sharkies, but remember, take Titans if you're going good in your comp. Penny. Going Sea Eagles. We're going Cows. We're going Drag. No. I'm going to take the Bulldogs, but again, I might flip that last minute. No, I'm going Doggies. I'm going Fins up. I'm going Knights. Let's go, lads. If you made it this far, you know what that means. You're an absolute legend. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.